Star Ocean, The Last Hope. This game is basically, story-wise, you play as a character named Edge Maverick. Now, I personally like his name because it's a reference to a Final Fantasy IV character who was awesome. Well, it's not actually a reference, but I like to think of him like he's a reference to that character, because let's face it, I'm a Final Fantasy IV nerd. So, that was distracting, and I lost my train of thought. Anyway, you have this, for one, small-titted bitch who works with you. Her name's Raimi. If you guys don't get what the whole small tit thing's about, Lunchbox and I made a big deal in one of our other videos about the obscenely ginormous boobs of female RPG characters. So this chick actually is mostly fully clothed. For those of you who heard our review and agree with us that they skink chicks out too much, she's mostly fully clothed, and she wears like a short little dress thingy, but up here she's fully clothed, has small boobs. It's pretty awesome that they would make her less distracting visually. Not that you see her half the battles anyway, and I'll explain why in a minute. But basically, you play as Edge Maverick, and you are in, I believe it's called the SRF. I'm not entirely too sure. It's not that important, but you're part of a military, Earth military that basically is out searching for new civilizations to inhabit for human inhabitation, for civilization, so that we can move out of Earth and go throughout the solar systems. There's another race in this game that I've encountered called Eldarians, which is a character named Phage you get early in the game, who uses symbology. For those who don't know what it is, it's basically magic. That's a recurring theme in Star Ocean. Gameplay, the world map is just like any other world map, but it's kind of cool because from what I've seen, there's no like technical like world map. It's one of those games where you have to walk from place to place, literally. Like you don't cross over like you're a giant, this small little area. You're in the small area, and you have to like literally walk, which I think is kind of cool. It adds more to like a realistic more feel of the game. But also, the battle system is you play one character of your choice in the battle. Everybody else is either, well, you can play all four, but it's more difficult that way. But you can set each character to have different types of like attitudes in the battle, like use all your MP or AP, I can't remember what it's called in this game, but use all of it, use none of it, use it sparingly, don't do anything, attack one monster, attack who's not, it's just, you can, there's a lot of variety you can put into how you play this game. You don't have to play as Edge. I do, because he's a badass, let's face it, he's kind of a smart aleck. Phase, the green-haired symbologist, he is kind of a funny character, and I say this because he's kind of skeptical toward humans, because he is an Eldarian, and there's this one chick named Welch. And for those of you who have played the second story remake from PSP, you know that Welch is a new character in that game who uses a stick with a pointer finger on it as a weapon. Literally, it's like a little pointer finger. Like, you've seen Master Hand from Super Smash Brothers? The hand looks like that. And it's pointed like this, and it's on the end of a little long stick, and she beats people with it. And it's fucking awesome. I think I haven't shown you her character. Yeah. But actually, she makes a reappearance in this game. I think they based her off the same character from Second Story. That, or they based the Second Story character off this one. But, basically, she has this really high-pitched voice. And, what she does to Phase, which I think is pretty funny, she first of all calls him an alien. And then says, "Oh, I didn't think aliens would look so much like us. I thought they looked more like this." And if you guys have played Lost Odyssey, you know what those little blob things with the fangs like this look like. Me and Lunchbox call them water vaginas, because they look like vaginas. And she basically made one of these things, and it's like chomping, and she's like, "I thought it was gonna look like this!" Ah! And it scared the fuck out of Phase. And then they're talking about the first boss of the game, and she basically goes off and tells Phase that humans eventually turn into that thing. And so Edge only has so much time before he turns into it. He's going to kill FaZe, basically, and FaZe is like, what? And Edge is like, oh, it's okay, it's her idea of a joke, and FaZe goes, oh, yeah, I know, ha 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 ha. It's actually a really, really funny scene, and if I had saved before, I'd show it to Lunchbox, but I can't. But Welch is pretty awesome, and there's this other girl, a little girl, who kind of reminds me of the young Rydia from Final Fantasy IV. Yes, I know I'm making a Final Fantasy IV reference, but she reminds me of the young Rydia from Final Fantasy IV, and but she's kind of creepy, and I'll tell you why. Because like she's this really uber powerful symbologist, and she summons Cerberus when FaZe doubts her, and it basically attacks FaZe, and she ends and sometimes begins every sentence with the word K. And her voice is monotone as fuck. It's not bad voice acting, which the voice acting in this game is great, but it's not bad voice acting. It's just how she is. Like she's like, I'm gonna go save the whole save the whole village, K. And she's creepy as fuck. Like she is like the demon child from hell, and it's pretty awesome. But dislikes about this game, the battles. The battle system for getting experience and more money and stuff, it's kind of stupid. Basically, is what it is. You have this grid on the side of the screen, and depending on what you do in battle, you get things out of this grid that get you either more experience, more money, more HP, SP return after battle. It's just, I don't like the way they did it. I liked the second stories better, or second evolution, depending on which one you're playing. I like that one better. I like that system better. So that's kind of my down point to this game. And because I'm at 9 minutes now, I'm going to give my rating of a 4.75 out of 5. This game's damn near perfect, but the battle grid thing is just, it's dumb, and it shouldn't be there. So I'm going to have to do some editing of this video. But next review is me and Lunchbox are going to review every music game we've ever played in the span of under 10 minutes. This should be fun. So we're going to enjoy ourselves now.
Let the setlist arguing begin.
Yes!